You'll get absolutely destroyed if you do this. The market is crashing towards the downside. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what is going on with the likes of XLM, Solana, Bitcoin, and all your favorite cryptos. Hit the like button. Let's get into this video. Now, guys, currently it's Friday. This video is going to air on Saturday, so maybe things might have changed from what I'm looking at right now, but the way that you think should remain the same always. In this video, I'm going to give you my lowdown on what I see happening from a psychological standpoint. No, I'm not a qualified psychologist. I don't think you need to be, okay? I've been trading crypto, I've been trading Forex for a very long time, and I understand the impulses that overcome us because it's very challenging. And I know that maybe a lot of people are feeling a bit of hurt right now because of what they're seeing, and a big temptation to dive out of crypto in general. Now, let's first of all start about some videos I made similarly or similar to this earlier on this year when we saw Bitcoin doing things like this and, this. And in fact, I made a video very recently about Casper saying to be very cautious of buying it when it's pumping towards the upside, because every time you get a pump, you tend to get a big correction. And we saw this correction happening in Casper. Casper currently from that top down about 27%. Now, what's really important to note is we get the temptation to dive in and FOMO in when the price is pumping towards the upside because we think, yes, you know what, I am going to get in because I'm going to miss out otherwise. That FOMO is very, very dangerous because even if that price continues and does like a 4 or 5x from there, you've now taught yourself, you've rewarded yourself with the beauty of dopamine, you junkie, that you can buy something and no consequences there at all because you actually made money when you did something wrong. You're like, well, how did you do something wrong if you made money? How did you do something wrong if you made money? Well, you acted on an impulse. Trading is not impulse driven. It's working with probabilities. It's working where we are and identifying opportunity. Right now, as we look at Casper, we can say Casper might be a good opportunity. There's something else that moved aggressively towards the upside might not be such a good opportunity right now, okay? However, when we're looking at what's going on right now, we look at the Bitcoin, because this is a scary looking chart, particularly for someone who might not have been around in crypto for that long. This is what? A nice pullback. And you get on there, we see what, 11%, maybe a little bit more down right now. And all of the bears who've sat quietly for 8 months waiting for an opportunity to see a 7% drop or 9% or whatever it was, will be like, I'm Gareth Soloway, I'm a legend. I've been doing this for more time than any of you have been alive. I told you this was going to happen from the start. Gets lucky, right? Has a nice little day, red day. Convinces you that the market's doomed, it's going to drop towards the downside. Bitcoin could go to 3 or 4K. He could be right, okay? Bitcoin could go to 3 or 4K. That happens. It's going to be painful, okay? Because the cryptos you hold right now are going to be worth much less. But you're not stupid and you haven't been buying crypto for short-term gain. What I mean by that is you haven't been buying crypto, I hope, to try and see a turnaround of like 100% or 200% in the next week or 4 weeks or 5 weeks. Which means that if Bitcoin does in fact do that towards the downside, it might mean that you have to sit and look at a red portfolio for 6 months. But if you sell it right now, tomorrow, you'll probably wake up and it's done that. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to do that tomorrow. I don't know, okay? But every time in the past, I've panic sold something, that's happened. That panic sell is like kind of what everyone else, when you're panic selling, everyone else is going to panic sell, which means at the time that you do that, the big money goes, thank you very much, and then they go, okay? So once you suddenly get to that worst part, you're actually better walking away, having a deep breath and coming back and making a calm decision. I'm not saying that you don't sell at all, depending on what your situation is. If you really can't take the loss from there, well, first of all, you shouldn't have gone in as hard as you did. Second of all, learn for next time. But don't do it on impulse. What we're seeing in Bitcoin right now, in my opinion, is a buy zone area. Now, I could wake up, you could be watching this video, we could already be down here. But I identify these buy zones knowing full well that if it gets into this area, I have a plan, okay? For me, it might be in Bitcoin, for example, to put in a portion of my money. Say I've got $1,000 that I want to put into different cryptos right now, and I want to put in 40% into Bitcoin. Maybe I put $400 in, and maybe if it goes lower, I can put more money in. As I look at other cryptos though, we see opportunity in different ones. Okay, XLM, you can see, has already been diving towards the downside. XLM, while Bitcoin's been kind of like not doing much, is down 40%. I'm not saying it can't go further down, but XLM looking like a much better buy right now than the likes of Bitcoin. It's also interesting to note that Bitcoin's had a big plunge towards the downside, and coins like Hbar was already kind of like pushing lower. Okay, Hbar again hasn't really been heavily impacted by what's gone on in Bitcoin. In fact, what we're seeing is nice buying pressure coming into Hbar. Maybe this is the time that we look at altcoins as the best opportunity. But all we need to not be doing right now, in my opinion, it's not financial advice, is panic selling. You do not sell, in this case, a white candle, or you do not sell big red candles. In the same way you don't buy big green ones, you don't sell big red ones. Easy. And I know there'll be a lot of people who can be like, oh, you said this and this happened or whatever. Fair enough. Never told you to buy anything or sell anything. All I'm telling you right now is there is good opportunity, much better opportunity than there was 3 days ago. Tell me down below, you don't have to tell me, but a lot of people would have been buying Hbar up here, right? Got Hbar right now, down 19%. And you probably think, I want to sell Hbar because you bought it here. And I made a video saying, don't buy Hbar here because it's a big pump. And lots of people told me I was this dumbass. It really hurt. I'm just about getting over it. But don't buy these pumps, buy dumps. Sell pumps. That's pretty much my message. I hope that makes sense. If you don't know what you're buying right now and you're scared, don't buy. But when you have that fear overcoming you, almost do the opposite. Try to do the opposite of how you feel, and that's actually probably the best way to win in crypto. Now, it's uncertain about what's going on, whether we're going to see a continuation towards the downside, but I am very aware that crypto has a habit of forcing a narrative on people and then suddenly changing direction. And I guarantee the time that you change direction will be when you get wrecked. But all you have to focus on is the fact that at some point in the next 6 months, the next year, maybe the next month, crypto is going to be worth significantly more than it is right now. And if you think that that's true, then it's a good time to be buying, in my opinion, of course. And if you're not sure whether you should be buying or selling, this is the time to be researching as much as possible. This video is sponsored by Grape, and this is worth researching. I'm not telling you to buy it. Do your own research and identify whether or not it's a good buy. If you go through that link down below, you'll get 10% additional tokens, but make sure you understand exactly what it is, you understand the risks, and you understand whether it's something you should be invested in. I personally think it's a great project. Yes, I am sponsored by them, but what I want to say is I wouldn't take on a sponsorship if I didn't think it was a good product. Okay, what I like about this is they are targeting Metaverse and GameFi, and if you watch the video that I'm going to talk about tomorrow, you'll understand exactly why I think that's so important. It's basically works on a DAG consensus, which is a direct acyclic graph, similar to the ways that both Hbar and Casper work, and that allows it to have up to 700,000, in fact, more than 700,000 transactions per second, which is absolutely insane when you compare it with other blockchains out there. It's bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3 using artificial intelligence to be able to increase the overall functionality that works on it. You can go and find out more information about it by looking into the team. Everything is super transparent and you can find out all the information. There is lots and lots of detail here, but you can find out how it all works and how it's using different nodes to ultimately increase to basically an infinite amount of transactions per second. It can be used on launchpads, smart contracts, marketplaces, NFTs, you name it, guys. This has the power to change crypto in general, in my opinion. And right now you can pick it up for around $46, whereas it's selling on Bitmart for like $100 plus. Do your own research. Don't buy this. If you're not sure, don't buy it. Go and have a good look into it, guys. That's the link down below that you need to check out if you want to qualify for extra tokens. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.